gonna be super yummy. So let's get started. Here we have our ingredients for the cake. We're gonna start with 1/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of water, half a cup of dairy-free sour cream alternative. I am using Follow Your Heart. We have 1/3 cup of rainbow sprinkles. I'm using pastel sprinkles for Easter. We have 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and we have 3½ tablespoons of dairy-free yogurt alternative. I'm using So Delicious coconut milk, but you can use whichever dairy-free yogurt alternative you have. And we have 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and we have 1½ teaspoons of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoons of salt. For the frosting, you'll need 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 cup of white cake mix. I use Duncan Hines, 2 sticks of vegan butter alternative. I used the same one that I used in my previous video. 1/3 cup of rainbow sprinkles. I'm using the same sprinkles that I'm using for the cupcakes. And 2 tablespoons of any vegan milk that you have. I'm using Silk Vanilla Almond Milk. And extra sprinkles for the topping, and Annie's Bunny Grahams birthday cake flavor. So let's do this thing. You're gonna take all your dry ingredients except for your sprinkles, and you're gonna mix them together. So that's your flour, your sugar, your baking powder, and your salt. You're gonna mix them all in a big bowl with a big wooden spoon. Not a big wooden stick, because that would be stupid.
Maybe you should use a big wooden stick instead.
Next, we're gonna add in our water, our vanilla, our vegetable oil, and our dairy-free yogurt alternative. And now we're gonna mix that all up together. Next, you're gonna add your dairy-free sour cream, and you're gonna mix that in as well. And now you're gonna fold in the rainbow sprinkles. It's so cute. It looks like Easter cake batter, which is what it is. So that's good. Looks like a big vegan Easter egg. Now you're gonna take your cupcake tray and you're gonna put your little cupcake liners in it. Mine say, "Oh, Happy Day," and they have pink and white bunnies on them for Easter, because it's the Easter episode. That's why I have Easter ears on. And that's why Danny DeVito's here, because you know. Now I'm gonna take an ice cream scooper and I'm gonna scoop the, what is this? It's not ice cream. I'm gonna take an ice cream scooper. Okay, now I'm gonna take an ice cream scooper and I'm gonna scoop the, what? Cake batter? Cupcake batter? No. Now I'm gonna take an ice cream scooper and I'm gonna scoop the cupcake batter into the tray. Okay, and I just popped them in the oven, and now you're gonna bake them for about 19 to 20 minutes. Now I have the cupcakes out of the oven, and they are in the fridge cooling for an hour. That's right, an hour. It's a very long time. Keep yourself busy, you know, read a book, watch a TV show.
Any recommendations?
Community, Atlanta, any show with Donald Glover. And It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Danny DeVito. Anyway, you are gonna make sure that the oven is at 350 degrees. So it's preheating right now because I took the cupcakes out and I turned the oven off. Shouldn't have done that. And then you're gonna take your white cake mix and you're gonna put it on a cookie sheet. I put some aluminum foil on it so that it'll be easier for me to clean later. And you're gonna spread it all out. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 5 minutes. While you wait for your cake mix to bake, you're just gonna whisk your softened butter. Once it looks like this, you know you're done. And now we're just gonna wait for the cake mix, and then we're also gonna wait for the cake mix to cool, and then we'll combine that with the butter and the powdered sugar. So now that my cake mix is completely cooled, I'm gonna combine it with my butter and my powdered sugar. Once you're almost completely done mixing it, you're gonna start to add your vegan milk little by little. You don't even have to use the entire 2 tablespoons. You're gonna kind of eye this one out. So my frosting is pretty thick right now, but I like them thick. So I'm only gonna put a little bit. It just depends, you know, what kind of consistency you want your frosting to be. So I'll put a little teeny little bit of milk. That's it. And I'll mix it. Okay, now this part is optional. If you want to add food coloring, now's your chance. I'm gonna do yellow food coloring, and I'm gonna do 2 drops and see if I need more after that. Okay, so I cannot tell you how many drops of food coloring I put because I lost count. But I also did add 3 little drops of red food coloring. I would say maybe I put like 10 drops of yellow. I just kind of eyed it out. You know, pick your favorite color, or you don't have to do food coloring if you don't want to. Now I'm gonna put the rainbow, the pastel rainbow sprinkles, and I'm gonna fold those in. Oh my god, that looks so cute! Okay, now it's gonna look like that. Look how cute it looks. Once it's all mixed up, you're gonna put it in a piping bag. Or if you don't have piping bags, you can spread it on top, but I'm gonna put mine in the piping bag. Oh, also, if you don't have piping bags, you can put it in a Ziploc bag and just cut the end of the Ziploc bag and use that. Now I filled up my piping bag and I took the cupcakes out of the fridge. This is what they look like. I accidentally smushed one of them, but that's okay. Now we're gonna top the cupcakes with the frosting. If you're using a piping bag, I can show you the design that I'm doing with the frosting. I'm using the CUTIE cake decorating tips, and I'm using tip, using tip K36. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna start in the middle, and I'm just gonna do like a little push down, and then I'm gonna go around that. So once you have all your cupcakes frosted, you're gonna add a little more sprinkles on top. You can add as many as you want, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just gonna use my little fingies and sprinkle them on top. Just a little bit, just to make them more colorful. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna take my Annie bunny cookies and I'm gonna put little bunnies on top. Aww, they're so cute. 3 on one. So I just put the little bunnies on top, and that's what they look like. I did 3 on one, I did 2 on some, and 1. We wanted to make them kiss, but they don't turn to each other, so that's okay. They're just like traveling in packs. So now I'm gonna taste one.
In 5, 4, 3. Do you remember where you left
I know, you see. I'm gonna get the ugly ones out of the way.
Hear that, Mom?
Look how cute that looks. Look at that rainbow. I'm gonna eat the bunny first. It's really good. 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend. You should definitely try these. Okay. Real sweet. I do like real sweet stuff. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a happy Easter and stay safe. And you know what they say, stay cute, bake cute, and if you get the chance, try not to eat cute animals. Bye-bye.